got they drink, who got they drink, who got they drink, who got they drink, who got
Hello, listeners, and welcome to the What's Your Problem podcast. Again, I'm joined with, of course, Tony Bruhn.
Hello.
Amber Frame.
Hey.
My name is Rich Gary. We're back. We're here. It's episode 2. We're doing it.
Woo-hoo.
How are you guys?
I'm
Doing
good.
man.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
I always get nervous before we do something. This is only the second one, but I got nervous the first time, and I get nervous because I want it all to work, and I want to make myself feel like we're a part of the thing, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, just don't say any racist stuff.
Yeah. Well, that's gonna be really hard.
Yeah, not anymore. Not anymore.
But it's fun just because I can just kind of get my jitter and nerves when I'm talking to Amber on the way over here.
Yes.
Because it's so much easier. Yeah, you're like my good luck
therapist.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm
like
sorry. No, yeah.
You're like a friend. You're like a friend.
Oh, friends. Yeah.
I know
That's what
those
it
are.
is. Yeah.
You're
yeah, I
his
have
warm-up
friends.
act for the podcast.
Right.
He talks to you, and he gets warmed up, and then when he gets here, he's ready for the show.
Right.
It's just pre-venting, I think it is.
Yeah.
Just told her my whole blind story on the way over here.
Yeah.
Yeah, I learned a lot about Tony in the past 20 minutes.
Oh, really? Okay. What are the highlights?
My life is sad.
Yeah. I feel we touched on a lot in the pilot.
Yeah.
Did we talk about sadness a lot
it was
in the last time? Yeah.
It was a little
Can we...
to half of what the podcast
Well, I mean,
was.
I guess the we're staying true to brand so far
Yeah,
because
it
it
was
is
so
called
what's our problem?
"What's Your
It
Problem?"
was
and
the first,
number one problem is sadness. Clearly,
the first
So.
15,
Uh-huh.
20 minutes of episode 1 was just us talking about anxiety and depression and sadness.
Right.
And
Yeah, we kind of went right into it, and then we're like, and also comedy.
It parlayed
is-
into comedy after that.
Just so you know, though, I had a Lyft driver because I got super hammered on Friday after that.
Okay.
And
you were just riding the high. I got a podcast.
No, not even that. I mean,
Or
yes,
needed
of course it was. I
to
was so excited
drink
about the
to
podcast.
that was the only thing to.
Well, I went to the wench because I invited you guys out.
Yes.
I know you were busy. And then after that, I went to the depot, did my karaoke thing, met up with a few other comics that were there, and then we went to their place, got super drunk. Then I ended up going to another house. I was already super drunk. And then the next morning, I got a lift home, and I forgot I didn't listen to the podcast yet, so I listened to it in the car, and she loved it. The Lyft driver loved it.
Wait, you were playing the podcast in
Yes.
the lift?
Oh, that's amazing.
Well, I had my headphones in, and she goes, "Can you put it on the Bluetooth?" I'm like, "Are you sure it's a podcast?" It's me and my friends. You know, how pretentious is that? That everyone's got
listening to
something.
myself.
Yeah.
That's
my headphones.
amazing. So is she probably now the only person who's heard this podcast
So she gave me-
aside from the three of us? So we
Yes.
have basically right now I feel confident to say that 100% of our fans are Lyft drivers.
Yeah. Yes.
And I'm okay with that. I'm okay to keep that going.
I can tell her. She gave me her number for the podcast. She's like,
Yeah.
"I would like to see more of this." So she gave me her number.
We got to get some little artworks made.
Yeah.
I have a flyer here for my shows, but we got to get some flyers made and start just passing them out. We can get a QR code on there too, so we can. Get
That's one of those
people,
little scanny guys,
they can
huh?
scan
Yeah.
Listen to episode 2
Do
right
people
away.
do that?
I don't know if they do.
I don't think they do, but it always
It was super cool 10 years ago.
if you give it to 10 people, one person scans the QR code.
Right.
That's a win. That's how I look at it.
Huh.
I also have a group chat with people just kind of around the world. Have you heard of Zello?
No,
It's a walkie-talkie application. I've been using it for 10 years.
I've heard of Zillow. It's a
It's the
real
house-
estate.
yeah, real
application.
estate.
And I've heard of Zelle, which is a money
Yeah.
sending.
So you put those together, and you just get worldwide shit.
Interesting.
No, but I have friends all over the world, and we have one group chat with the people who just kept in touch with each other. So I put that in there, and hopefully we'll have more listeners that way. Yeah.
Yes. Keep getting it out there, and
Yeah,
also.
Wow,
This-
so we're global. That's exciting.
I mean, I'm global.
That's a great. Yeah,
You're
that's
global.
super tight. That's
that
super
makes
tight.
Well, yeah, I've been in that community forever, and those people have seen me. They've known me since before I even did stand up, before I was going to college.
Mhm.
This is back when I was still living in Rio Rico in my little duplex.
Yeah.
Just having insomnia and nothing. And then I moved to Tucson, got jobs and all that stuff. So they've got to see me grow as a person, and now they love that I'm doing comedy. And so they've seen me from day one when I was doing comedy to now.
Yeah.
And they're like, dude, it's crazy. It's fun when you have real people believe in you that I haven't even met these people. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Never met them, but you know they're good people and stuff like that.
Well, that's the power of technology these
Yeah.
days.
Yeah, that's really exciting, actually,
Oh, I love
to
it,
connect
man.
with people in that way. So, like, how do you connect with someone if it's such a broad thing? Are you matched by interest, or is it just kind of random?
We look for channels now.
Oh, okay.
So you can find different chat rooms that like appeal to you.
Okay.
Now,
where people are sort of like chatting about one specific thing.
Talking about the same
gotcha.
stuff.
A lot of it's kind of garbage now.
So it's kind of like pen. You remember when there used to be like a lot of like magazines about specific
Pen
bands,
pals.
and then there'd be pen pals in the back.
Ooh, okay.
That was a thing.
Yeah.
Okay.
I remember having pen pals when I was in middle school.
Yeah, same.
Yeah.
That was the height of my pen pal experience.
I remember. Okay, so I moved to a new school. It's like second grade. It's my first day, but let's say school had already been in session for like 2 or 3 months.
Yeah.
One of those kind of situations, and it's pen pal time. Okay, so it's like, all right, everybody, we're gonna sit down for the next hour or whatever. We're gonna write to our pen pals, and they're like, Rich, your pen pal is the kid who moved last week's pen pal. I'm like, he doesn't know me. He's like, yeah, that's your pen pal. So I got like a, what is that, like a handoff pen pal.
Uh-huh.
So
You got to
Hand
say
me down.
a hand-me-down pen
hand-me-down
pal.
pen
Yeah.
pal. That's exactly what I was trying to do.
Yeah.
I got a hand-me-down pen pal. And I'm like writing to this person who I don't know.
Right.
It was so weird. I literally, like, I didn't have the social maturity at the time to say, this is stupid.
Yes.
I should get a new pen pal. But no, it's like there's a fucking Kid Mexico program where they're like, we're writing to kids in America. So like, somebody's got to write to this kid that his white kid left.
His white kid. Yes. You're a signed white person.
You're the new white kid.
Oh my
you need to write to
goodness.
fucking Jorge right now.
If I had the social maturity as I do now, but I lived back in the day in pen pals, my anxiety would go through the roof.
Yeah.
Because what if they didn't get it? You know what I mean? Or how long would it take them to get back to you? Are they done after that letter? It's like, what have I done? What did I write? And you're trying to like rethink of
Well,
it.
this time it was school mandated. So I feel like the other school's like, no, you better write him back. Otherwise, you fail.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had one of those in school too. I think also in junior high, we had to. It was in a computer class. This was like just when computers were starting to come in, and it was our way of their way of getting us typing. And so they had us send letters to the troops. So we're writing, cool. And it
like just little kids
kinda, like I'd be like, hi, how's the war going?
Yeah,
you know,
amazing.
I like that a lot, actually.
Yeah, that's really
Let's
cool.
bring that back.
Yeah, there should be more of that. I don't know if the troops are depressed. They probably are depressed.
Yeah, but like, can you imagine that?
They gotta be.
Like those people like believe in the oath and
well.
shit like that. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? They believe in what they're doing. So can you imagine?
You're right. But it's still like, even if you believe what you're doing, it can still suck from time to time.
Of course. Ask. Like, I have tons of.
Even more so.
Yes. I have tons of friends in different branches of the army, and like I'm sure it does get sad, but like I don't know. For me, if I was in that, I think I'd feel a little bit cool, just like having kids like think I'm doing something awesome. So it would definitely be like a morale boost, you know?
Yeah, exactly. Morale boost, inspirational. I wanted to touch on this before we get too abstract, although I like the pace of how this is going so far.
Abstract.
The What's Your Problem podcast is the newest podcast on iTunes.
Whoop, whoop.
So you can subscribe on iTunes, you can listen on iTunes, give us a review, give us a 5-star rating, and Spotify.
No, don't give us a 5-star. Only if it feels like a 5-star
give us a 5-star rating.
You know
experience.
I expect 1 star. Anything
to
more,
you.
I'll be grateful for.
I want an honest. I want an honest feedback.
You know, it would be great if we got all bad reviews. We got
I'm
all
okay with
1-star. Just like this podcast blows 1 star and just a bunch of them. You know?
Yeah,
I'm okay
and then
with that.
we're the worst podcast in the nation.
And then that can be our tagline, and then our problem is that we are the worst, and it's just answered itself, and then we can go on.
Subscribe to What's Your Problem.
What's Your Problem?
The worst podcast out.
Officially, I feel like this is.
1-star review.
I love how comfortable we are getting negative on ourselves.
Well,
it's
it's my default setting.
Same,
so for me,
same.
this is a win-win situation.
Yeah.
If we got positive feedback for this, then of course that feels good, and that's encouraging and inspiring.
Yeah.
But if we get negative feedback, then I can have the reassurance that I was right about not being a good or interesting person, and I'll be like, yes, the world has spoken, and they validated my suspicions, which is that I don't have a lot to offer.
That's
so
great.
It's win-win.
If it does good,
Yeah.
you're like, yeah, I knew it was going to work out.
Right.
If it doesn't, you're like, yeah, I knew it wasn't.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Like, yeah, I am smart. So yeah.
I didn't know that was a fear until I was like, I believe in myself on stage and
Yeah.
like, off stage and stuff like that. But like I have like just like had these bad like daydreams where I'm like, what if I am that good? But then I go to like let's say I go to a Joe Rogan podcast, or let's say I go to like a show like that, and I'm just boring as fuck.
Oh,
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm just shit. Like I'm just not even a fun guest. Like I'm great on stage and off stage and hanging out, but like on stage but on camera or something like that, I'm just like.
Well, I guess that a good question to ask yourself is how are you just with like strangers and new people?
I feel like I'm fine. It depends on the setting.
Mm-hmm.
Like I showed up like 20 minutes early for the mic on Wednesday. On Wednesday. So I went 2 doors down to grab a drink, and it's also just me because of the visual impairment. Like I can't see a lot of shit, so I keep my head down, wear my hat low, and because it's a bar, I don't need people thinking I'm looking at them like, oh, bro, you want to fight or something like that.
Right. Unintentional eye contact. Yeah.
A lot. I have a joke about it, about how I wear hats on the bus because I never knew it was me getting threatened.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like
you just heard some shit. You're like,
shit,
it's going down over there.
Yeah, in your head you're like, sucks for that guy.
That's the joke. Is like, what the fuck you looking at? And in my head, I'm like, oh, someone's in trouble. Yeah. It's like I'm talking to you. I'm like, he better answer him. I'm gonna beat your ass, and he did.
It was me.
Yeah. So now I wear hats.
That's great.
Oh, that's hilarious.
That's a really good joke.
That's real shit. That comes from real fear.
That's hilarious. Okay, so you were on Wednesday. You went a couple doors down. You go to the place. You grab a drink.
That's what I was saying. Is that's what scares me. Is like I don't need people thinking I'm looking at them.
Okay.
So like that, I'm very comfortable. Like if someone were to come up to me and talk to me, I'm okay with that. My guard's a little more down because they're willing to come talk to me, and that's already hard to do in society. It's really weird, right? So if no one's talking to me and I'm just by myself and I don't know anyone there, I'm a lot more like closed off and just quiet. Because also, no one wants to start a conversation. Hi, I'm legally blind. You want to be my friend? Like that's just weird. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you should probably work on on that as like your intro to
I'm legally blind. Hi,
to meeting people.
I don't ever want to start a conversation with somebody I don't know out in the wild.
Yeah.
But yeah, if you're a guest on somebody's show, podcast, panel type show, interview, something like that, you want to be engaged, entertaining, witty.
Which I feel like I am those things with when there's no pressure on.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. You got to rise to the occasion when that pressure's on, don't you?
Yeah, I know. Mm-hmm. Well, that's why I like doing things like this. I've been on a lot of podcasts and like different panels, but it's all practice for me. This is all just going to help me get better as a person and talk to individuals.
Yeah.
Just doing stuff like this in general has helped me be way less defensive. Because when I was a kid growing up, I was super defensive, argumentative, because like I just thought people had to get me the whole time. You know what I mean? And also just people were telling me I was different all the time when I was a kid, so I believed it.
Everyone's
right, and then you have that paranoia about how you're coming across.
I wish they would just told me like let him be a kid. That would have been way easier. Just like you're a kid. Kids don't know shit. Just go. Just go learn some shit. You know?
Right,
everybody's different from everybody else.
Yeah.
You know? That's the way it's supposed to be.
I actually really enjoy being put in situations where it's expected of me to interact with strangers.
Yeah.
I'm good at it, and I'm not sure why exactly, because it's not a natural thing for me. I was always a very shy kid.
Yeah.
But for whatever reason, I've ended up in a lot of jobs, and now in comedy where that's really expected of you. I've worked on food trucks and just being out in the, at fairs and carnivals, being out where it's up to you to draw people in. And so it's like engaging everyone, intentionally making eye contact with people.
I feel like it's easy when you're representing a food truck or something like that.
Yes, I agree.
But like if when you're just me by myself, like it's like weird. Like what? Like I don't have like a good in.
Yeah.
If I'm selling something, if I'm handing out flyers, that's easy.
It's also easier when you are put on like a face, when your face is on something like that, like a food truck or anything like that.
Yeah.
Because
you got a company that you're representing. I
do blind sports too. So if I run a clinic for some of the blind sports, like it's easier because they know to find Tony, but they don't know who he is. That's when I can go and just like, hi, I'm Tony. This is how we're gonna do this. It's gonna be from this time to this time. Like I can do that professionally easy. But like you said, when you're in the wild and no one knows or something like that. You know what I mean? It's just paranoia for me.
Blind sports would also be a really good name for a blind children's team.
Blind sports.
Like little sports.
Hey, sports.
Aww.
Yeah, blind sports.
Yeah.
If I have kids,
That's so cute.
I just noticed. So there's a book behind you, Tony, called Panda Bear. What do you see?
Oh my God! Where is it?
The blue
This
one.
one?
No, over to your left a bit.
Left.
Keep going.
Stop.
That's
This
the
one?
one.
Oh.
Yeah.
Jeez.
That's
So
interesting.
You know what's funny is my Snapchat name is part Panda Face.
okay.
Get it in here for the camera so our viewers at home can see. We got this book here. Came with my house.
Lucky, just it came with literature. This is actually, it's kind of creepy because I've been calling myself Panda Face for a long time.
Yeah,
and then it's called What Do You See?
Yo,
that's really weird. That's interesting. We don't know. Yeah. Did you find out?
No, I didn't know. I had a homework. Yeah, isn't your your Instagram name is Handsome Rambler?
Handsome Bear.
Handsome Bear?
Yeah.
Who's the Rambler? That's Handsome Rambler is Hannibal Buress.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
So
I get Tony confused with
my
Hannibal Buress
all the time.
sometimes.
Yeah, that's what.
Yeah.
Actually, my cousins told me that my comedy is like Hannibal Buress. But what was I gonna say? Damn it.
I love Hannibal Buress.
So do I.
I love Hannibal Buress.
I had something I forgot. Dang it.
I did a really interesting event the other night where, speaking of going out and talking to people, where I was in character as a historical woman of influence. This was at the Tucson Business Insider. This magazine puts on this award for women of influence in Tucson. And so this was this award show in the cocktail hour before they were looking for people to be like iconic women from history and circulate around, and that was going to be like an entertainment kind of thing. Mm-hmm. So I got to be Georgia O'Keeffe for a couple hours, but it was interesting talking about that, like how do you engage people. My friend who did it with me, she was Lucille Ball, so kind of easy for her to go around and be goofy, and it was not Stina, but she would be amazing. But I was like, what do I do? Because Georgia O'Keeffe is iconic, but wasn't exactly the life of the party.
For the viewers and not me, who is that?
Iconic painter, early 1900s. Huge flowers was what she was known for. It was very like close up images of flowers, cattle skulls.
They taught me about her in like 6th grade.
That name sounds familiar.
She lived in New Mexico for a long time. Went back and forth between New Mexico and New York. She was married to a famous photographer.
So you're like the better version of like the animatronics that museums they have. Like you were just like
exactly
cool.
in real life.
Yeah.
But so I was trying to figure out how to do that for this event and have it be interesting and what to talk to people about. But so instead I just made little paintings for people on the spot.
That's
I brought
cute.
a little palette,
I like
watercolors, and would just be like, would you like a flower? And go around.
That idea didn't come to you immediately. You thought about that?
No, it did not come immediately. It came the morning before I had to do that in the shower, where most of our best thinking happens.
I agree with that.
Good
crying and good thinking.
Crying and thinking, that's right. That's right.
I think I have a lot of good thinking as I lay my head on the pillow when I'm going to sleep.
Do you have the notebook next to the?
I'm really good at retrieving it the next morning.
Oh.
From my brain.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Unless I've been drinking, otherwise I can't. But before that, I'm right there with you. Also,
so what I'll do, I'll run it twice.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I'll think of it.
Oh,
and
okay.
I'll run it one more time.
I sort of cementing in like I'm
Yep.
going to remember
It's
this.
locked.
Yeah.
I'll run it twice.
Yeah.
I can't. Yeah, go ahead.
I have reminders of that. Like when I think of something funny, it's okay, remember this, and then what song was I listening to at the time, or at the time, or what, you know what I mean?
Associate it with
yeah,
something.
exactly.
Yeah.
Or
I thought of one last night, and I had like 3 or 4 solid like jokes out of it, and I was like, I'll remember all of that, and I ran it twice, and I all got sucked back to like only the first 2 parts.
Yes.
Unfortunately.
Maybe your subconscious just filtered out those like, those other 2, it's not going to be.
Yeah.
I'm so bad about like writing a joke and like I get the first joke out of it, and I'm like, that's good, and then I get a whole new topic. I'm like, why? Let's write like two more jokes.
More about that.
Have you ever a tag that you were sure you knew what the joke was going to be? I could just get the tag and I'll remember it later.
And then you just read a tag.
What the fuck is that?
What is that supposed to be?
Yeah. I was telling Amber about that. You remember that episode of Seinfeld where Jerry doesn't know what he wrote down before he went to bed?
Yes.
And he's trying to get everyone to read it?
Yeah.
I had one of those experiences in California when I was doing a show.
Yeah.
And I was hanging out with my cousin because I got to see him a lot, so he showed up to the show. And we were getting drunk and doing karaoke. And I remember laughing so hard with him. It was like, this is one of the best nights ever. I did great hanging out with him. And I was like, oh, Tyler, I got to write this bit down. So I write it down. And I was already hammered. So I wrote it down. At least I thought I wrote it down. Because I remember in my head, I was like, okay, I got something down. And I woke up the next morning. I looked at my notes, and all it said was apparently.
Nice.
I was like, apparently what?
That's so bad.
What was so apparent?
That's supposed to jog your
Dude, I was so mad because I was.
I also like how ironic that is.
I know.
And it's like apparently, like what? Yeah.
That's
so mad.
funny. That's hilarious.
Oh, now I remember. Sorry, handsome bear. That's what I was.
Yes.
Because I didn't. In today's climate and society, handsome bear means something else. Right?
Oh shit!
I didn't even think about that.
Oh, so do you get like some folks kind of do you get messages?
Well, yeah,
sometimes?
I've gotten one where you're not a real bear. You don't have a beard or anything like that. You know what I mean? But handsome.
Everybody's so perverted.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wouldn't change your name.
No, I'm not going to.
Because
My middle name means handsome in Hawaiian. My last name is bear in German. So like it's handsome bear.
Oh, gotcha.
Wait, what is it? What does it mean?
Handsome, like my middle name in Kanadi means handsome in Hawaiian. And my last name in German means bear. So
see, yeah, that's unique as fuck.
It's a good name.
Yeah, that's tight.
And that sounds Native American for some reason now.
Yeah, a little bit.
Handsome bear.
A little bit.
Oh, yeah.
That's funny.
But anyway.
No, I was curious how long that little moment.
Yeah, we went deep into that lull.
We did.
No, this is soda water. I'm not drinking beers right now. That would be cool.
See, you could have sounded so cool right now.
He is drinking beer, everybody.
I can't drink.
Just cracking a cold one over here.
I'll drink a couple glasses of wine from time to time. But
I feel
sounding less cool. Kitters.
Oh, the cat.
Hi, meow meow.
Nice.
Oh,
I do have two cats.
I feel unworthy when I have wine.
We are recording here at my house for the second time, and I do have two cats. One is Fiona. This is Fiona here, and the other.
I just want 10 minutes of like cat sounds. Be like, come
Yeah.
here. It's just that for The cats are boosting the ratings though. People love cats.
Kaikul. Yeah, hopefully they just come up on the table and hang out with us. That'd be great.
Kaikul?
Kaikul.
That's a cool name.
Yeah.
What does that mean?
I don't know. They're both kind of they're both I was broken up with, and so they're left here.
Oh, the reminders. That's fun.
I put it more eloquently.
Wait. From two different people?
No, one girl.
Oh.
One girl.
I was gonna say like everyone.
They just leave their shit with you?
Everyone who breaks up with Rich leaves a cat behind. And then I feel like over the weeks, there's like months go on, and every time we come over, there's just
so
more cats.
That I'm just super sad.
That's super sad. This is a sad question. Then, like, when you broke up and you thought you were over after a night out, and you come home and the cats are like, ah!
Dude, yeah, no, a little bit of me every time I see them is like sad because of that. So I can kind of put some more context to it. For our podcast listeners who aren't familiar with my stand-up, I guess. So I started dating a girl. We actually met at the Surly Winch on one of the showcase nights.
Nice.
And she was in town for work for a week. Her work had put her up in a hotel, and like we met, hit it off, and I went back to her hotel room that night. But we.
Can we, I'm sorry, in post-editing, add some, like, noise? Or some, like, there's a little, I feel like that moment, like, called for it, but I wasn't sure, I wasn't sure what sound to insert in that,
like, yes, cruise that sounds. And then she was in town for the whole week, so then we like hung out like every single day after that. Nice.
Sorry, I'm trying to get positives to the positives you have.
We're supportive of your story.
Yeah.
Continue.
And then, but like we really liked each other a lot, so she went back to Phoenix. I would go up there on my days off, and I would stay with her, and I would do stand-up in Phoenix, and then...
oh, that's why you're on a little stint out there, huh?
Yeah, well then, so vice versa, she would come down here.
Yeah.
And this was a while ago. This was like 2017.
Oh, okay.
This is a while ago. And then eventually, like all the back and forth, we were like in a long distance committed type of a thing.
Aren't those rough?
Yeah, totally.
They always work out
Super
well.
They're the best kind of relationship.
No
Later, she gets an offer to move here and get a promotion and a raise. So she like tells me, I'm like, yeah, you can move in with me.
Yeah.
And she was like, all right. And the rent is cheap, so and we have an extra room. And so she said, yeah. So she moved in, she took her job, and she brought her cat. And then this other cat, so that's Kaiko. She brought her cat, Kaiko.
Okay.
This other cat was just out here in the rain, all like a little baby.
Oh,
kitten, like,
yeah.
Yeah, like the saddest thing ever, like so cliche, like little kitten in the rain.
Yeah.
What are you gonna do?
On our
What are you gonna
stoop.
do?
Aww.
Yeah.
Caught it, brought it in, like kept it warm, gave it some food, and then it's like, oh, that's our
Right.
Yeah.
You have a cat now. Yeah.
That cat now believes like you're the savior now.
exactly,
Right.
and we love her, and she's so
Aww.
amazing. She's getting big now. So now 2 cats and a girlfriend. Wow, my life's really filling up.
Yeah.
With love.
Right.
It's great. And so about a year of that, and then geez, I'm really getting into it. So the stand-up going out every night raised questions about my loyalty, and she was just jealous,
Right.
and she was like, "You're cheating on me," and I'm like, "I'm working on jokes," and like,
Did we all just do this? Because you're word for it, and this is exactly what happened to me.
yeah,
I moved in with her. We got a dog. She did not like that I was out all the time doing jokes.
we gotta be doing jokes.
Like, it doesn't happen overnight, man. You gotta go, try.
Yeah,
But it really wears on your relationship, and I get
totally.
it. Like I told her when we first started dating, like I love comedy. This is what I'm gonna be doing every night. And at first she's okay with it, right? They
Yeah.
always are.
So she used to come with me. She used to come with me to shows, and then after 4 or 5 months or whatever, she's like, "All right, well, I'm not gonna come to every single show every single night," and I'm like, "I don't expect you to, but I'm going to go to every single show every single night." And I was still like super open micing like every single night back then, which I feel like you need to do for like 2-3 years straight.
I'm gonna keep doing it until I get something big.
Yeah. So yeah, that arguing ensued, and then she found another place. She's like, "Thursday, I'm moving out," and I was like, "Whatever." And like, I didn't come home all day Thursday. I just stayed
You
out.
just dreaded it, yeah.
Other people's houses and shit. In the morning, I left. And I came back home, and like all our shit's gone. I was like, "Fuck."
Oh man.
We're real now.
Yeah.
And she was like, "My new place doesn't allow pets, so you got to take care of the cats."
Oh.
So every once in a while, I Venmo request like $15 for cat food and cat litter, and it's been 1 year and 1 month.
Gotcha. Wow.
Cheers.
Yeah.
Now
I wish I had a beer.
I know. Beers all. Who can bring us beers right now?
I told my sad breakup story on episode 2 of our podcast.
I feel it's too relatable. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I was feeling it while you were saying. It's like, God damn it, that was everything I did, man. And like I even took like 2 days off of the week because like I get it. Like that's the person I love at the moment, right? I don't want to do anything for that person.
Yeah.
So I don't mind taking 2 days off. I'm already hitting it like 5-6 days a week.
Yeah.
Why not?
And you're talking about comedy now.
Yeah. Well, that's neither here nor there. But that it just sucked because like I felt like those are the days, and then after a while, those days I was taking off were just almost like scheduled fight days. You know what I mean? And it's like, well, you should take more time off, or let's go do something. No matter what I did, it's like I can't stop now.
Yeah.
I'm just getting started.
Plus, whenever you're doing something because you feel like you should and not because you really want to, then there's always going to be that secret resentment. Even secret to yourself. I mean, that like a subconscious thing, like, oh man,
I want
I
to
should have
spend time
been.
with her.
Yeah, I do think that you should plan stuff.
Yes.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, if you're doing it,
I
if
also
you don't
think-
really want to, or if it's like if you're literally split right down the middle and it's a
Yeah.
compromise, like maybe you're not gonna be your best Tony.
Is this why you don't see a lot of people in strong relationships in comedy?
It's time consuming.
It's definitely seems like the minority.
I think it'd be great to date a comedian. You know,
See, I think
Well,
that,
and that
and
seems to
then-
happen.
I don't know if I could, man.
because why?
I don't know. Because then it's like a scene.
What if
You
she
got-
is
you-
funnier than you?
No, I don't care about
I would be
There's tons of people.
stoked. I'd be like,
Yeah.
all right for you. You be the performer.
Yes.
I'll just be your writer.
So if I am dating, like a big thing, if she can make me laugh, like already huge win for me.
Mm.
Yeah.
I love laughing, and if
Yeah.
you are just naturally clever, I'm into you hardcore. You know?
Yeah.
Like that's one of them. But also you have to share a scene. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
And
Right.
if something doesn't work, then you have to watch your other friends like hit on your ex-girlfriend.
Oh,
You know what I mean? And then-
wow. So you're talking about on down the road.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
And then what if your boys?
Yeah,
like,
and that.
and
that'll
then that's
happen,
gonna
man.
ruin your relationship with your friends.
Yeah.
Damn, that's a
Um,
fucking good point, yo.
Otherwise, but you know what? That shouldn't.
That's why I'm gonna date an improviser. Because you got the proximity scenes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I also I do comedy so much, and my only other hobbies are like playing sports or just like music or something like that, right?
Yeah.
I don't know where I would meet someone other than a show. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I used to think I would meet someone in a record store, but those don't exist anymore.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And like knowing my like you know what I mean? Knowing my luck. I
Oh,
just-
you're looking at an R&B
yeah, exactly.
album
That's what I
also?
thought would happen. It's like, oh my god, you like Will Smith
Oh,
too?
Red Hot
No,
Chili
Like you
Peppers.
reach for
Yes,
the same
exactly.
album at the same
Exactly.
time,
That's
and then
the-
it's like
that's
a
the-
Lady
that
and
was
the
the
Tramp
daydream I had.
situation
Oh
where
my
you're
Yes.
pulling the opposite ends of
That was the daydream I used to have
the
all
cellophane
time.
off
Yes.
of the record.
And then you share the headphones, you know?
Right,
oh,
right.
This is a good song. Yeah. And,
Life is not a movie montage.
Yeah,
No.
it's
You slowly learn.
I
also
watched-
the scene is taking place in like 1974. it seems like.
Well, when I saw it, it was on Doug, the show. So
I felt like this was in 1996.
Doug Funny,
Oh,
the Disney
gotcha.
Channel show.
Okay.
Remember that?
Yo, yeah.
I do remember Doug.
Oh,
Yes, I drew Doug.
Oh, did you?
For John one time on Facebook.
Nice.
Mhm.
Every once in a while, I'll put out an open for like tell me what to draw,
Yeah.
and that was
Draw me next time.
John
So
John's
I
request.
guess. Oh yeah, I have seen you do that. I guess that a couple of my past flings have been either comedy
Same.
people, improv people, or like theater people. So like definitely like people in the industry,
Mm.
in the entertainment.
Yeah.
In the
community.
industry.
So I've had things
Uh,
with other comics. but,
yeah.
Like it's not. And then I had
John?
Yeah, me. And him
Yeah,
are-
let's name them all
Yeah,
on
I'm
air
not gonna
right
do
now.
No, but then I've also gotten flings from shows. Like that was like two of the coolest experiences I've ever had.
I get a lot from social media.
Yeah, well, you're actually putting ad rep, and I'm not gonna put my face out there like let's date. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah, I'm putting out a lot of content, and then I get a lot of like, hey, let
Yeah,
me
yeah.
come to a show, and then they
Mhm.
come to a show.
Yeah,
and it's like, oh, let's
content.
look at it.
Yeah.
Wink.
it
Yeah.
doesn't hurt that you're not bad looking. You know what I mean?
Oh, thank you, sir.
Yeah.
I appreciate that.
But it's what was it?
Is this really why we originally were talking about like how to approach people?
I just
Quote
wanted
in the
to-
wild.
I just
or-
wanted to say it publicly that
Uh-huh.
my social media is my dating platform. Please DM me.
So that's the only thing I have is Facebook dating because it's on Facebook.
How is it Facebook dating?
I don't do it.
Oh, you just said you did.
I mean, I have it,
Okay.
but no one's interested.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And it's what was I gonna say? Damn it, I forgot. I hate this. Hold
So
on.
you're in a long-term relationship,
Mhm.
serious thing, right?
True.
How is that?
It's great.
How long has it been?
About 5 years.
Amazing.
Coming up on 6, actually.
Congratulations.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Thanks.
That's awesome.
and he's
well,
pretty cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, John's great and really supportive, and I mean it
Doesn't
helped.
come to shows anymore.
No, he doesn't.
I only see him at
But,
parties, which is fine.
That's
But
okay.
I mean, I wouldn't. There,
You don't
I
even-
don't even go to that. Like, it's fine.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's,
Yeah.
it's
Everything's fine. It's all
Yeah.
fine.
Sometimes it's worse when like someone you're really close with is
Mhm.
there, because you're like it's nice to perform for strangers
Yes.
Yes.
because you do it and then it's like You cut it off and it's over.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. But then like if you have a bad set and then you're in the car, you're like, fuck, I did just say that on stage right now. They're like, no, it was fine. You're fine.
Yeah.
Right.
No, you don't
right.
understand.
Right.
And they're just trying to be nice because they're friends.
Yeah.
I did the Tucson's Funniest competition a few years ago, and it was me, Z-Mac, Musa, Danny Keaton.
Was the one at Hotel Congress?
Yes.
I remember that.
That was, so, up until then I'd never changed my set. I'd been planning my set for the whole time.
Oh,
right?
wow.
And my family came out to watch.
Okay.
And that fucked me up. Just
yeah,
knowing my family
exactly.
was out there.
Mhm.
And I
Right?
changed my whole set on stage.
Oh,
Oh,
no.
wow.
And fucking bombed.
Oh, no.
I guess he was
Oh.
winning, huh?
No, not even. And it could have had I just stayed with the structure that I had.
Yeah.
Right.
Right? But on stage, my family's here. Like, I'm
It,
gonna make,
it threw you
dude,
for a loop.
Oh, so, and I didn't know it was going to.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Right.
And it was the first time they had like people. They had me sign shit for the radio station.
Yeah.
They had a camera in my face. Like, what is this? I just want to do time.
Yeah.
Right.
You know what I mean? It was really
Right.
weird. So
Oh,
all of that
wow.
was just
Dang.
never.
You got a little taste. A little
It was
taste of the
weird,
stardom
man.
right
Yeah.
there. You're like, well,
Yeah.
just
How
wanna
do you feel? It's like, I'm just really excited to be here.
I just want to do my jokes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so it fucked me up, man. I bombed. I remember that. It was so bad.
Yeah. So my dad might come watch me on Bird City, and yeah, I don't know how I feel about it yet.
I feel like you've been doing it long enough where it wouldn't. Because I was only like a year and a half, 2 years in
Yeah.
when that happened.
Yeah. I just want to do a couple of safe sets, but I also want to do some shit where I'm like jumping up there and seeing what happens. you
Yeah.
know?
Right.
So I guess I know if the one that my dad comes to, I'll play it safe, and then the other ones, I'll like, you know. try
My
to do some
parents
fun
come
stuff.
out a good amount to
That's awesome.
to see me perform.
Yeah. They live in Tucson.
They do. They
Cool.
they live
Yeah.
in Tucson.
Very
They like coming out, especially my mom. She likes going out to to see all kinds of shows, music and stuff when she can, which is fine because my material. I mean, 90% of my material is clean anyway, and it's not anything that I feel weird about talking about in front of
good
my
also,
parents.
just-
Yeah.
Well, thank you.
Yeah.
But
It's
I
always
also.
Good.
But I wonder
Oh, yeah.
about like what that experience would be like, having material that either wasn't clean or was even about them.
Yeah.
I remember reading at one point, because I've had this experience with other people, even not just comedians, but writers who are interested in getting deeper and really exploring more personal stuff and like, exposing some stuff in the process about their family or their past, what that would be like to know then that it's out there and they could see what you're doing.
I think it would depend on how good it is.
Mm-hmm.
Like if you did it in a way that was like palatable and skilled and witty, then I think that anybody would like it,
Yeah.
including the person who it's about. But if you did it with like crude or like unstructured or whatever and like just shitty, then it's gonna
So
yeah.
Sure.
is
Yeah.
it just me, or do you like when you guys have like let's say other comics' families show up? Like, do you feel excited like if you're doing well and that you made them laugh too? I mean, like, it's not your family, but it's someone else important too who's important to you.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah, I know
sure,
what you're talking
sure,
about.
absolutely.
Like, and
Yeah.
that goes to the point where, like, you say you feel like you thrive when you have your face on like a food cart and stuff. I did a show with you at it was that outside venue, remember? Me, Tony
Jason's
C.
Deli, Tony's Deli.
No, that's my show.
Whose deli was it?
It's Tony's Deli.
Tony's show at Tony's Deli?
No, but
Don't-
it's, no,
What the fuck? Look at that roast beef sub, dog.
it's actually all their food is great.
Hell
Like,
yeah.
if you
I gotta go there.
It's
Shout out
so
Tony's
shout out
Deli.
Tony's
Yeah.
Deli. They're so good and they're good to us every time we're out there.
Get
But-
that feature-
Open to sponsorship.
feature
Yeah,
spot on
exactly.
that
Give
April
us subs.
show.
Eggplant parm, thank you.
Do you remember that show though? It was. I remember. It was
More
Tony's-
information. We're
me,
outside.
Tony C, Roxy. I think Tammy King was there.
Oh, the one that I put on.
Yeah, it's the
for,
one, yeah, that
oh,
was
yeah,
your
yeah,
show.
yeah. Yeah, that was a benefit for Emmy Action. Yeah.
And I felt like I didn't do okay because I was like way away from the crowd. Do you remember they had like that thing that's set up where no one was
Yes.
coming over?
Yeah, there's a weird gap
Yeah.
dance floor area. Yeah.
So I remember I felt like I did bad, but your mom came up and she said, "I love Coolio." You told me she loved Coolio.
Yes.
Because I did my Coolio
Yes.
joke.
Uh-huh.
So that like validated my whole set. Like,
Yeah.
all right, she gets it. So like that's fine. Amber's mom knows Coolio.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, so same thing. I did I want to say guest spot. I don't know, showcase something.
Yeah.
And I won't name any names, but it is a comedian who I was very close with, who we became estranged. Okay, so we're estranged now. Used to be close, now estranged. And then we do the showcase.
Mm-hmm.
That comedian's grandma is there. Okay, that comedian's grandma came to watch that comedian, and the grandma did not like that comedian, her grandchild.
Oh.
But she loved me.
Oh no!
And then that strange comedian came up to me, and it's always nice to talk to them because we don't really talk anymore.
Yeah.
And she was just like, my grandma hated me, but she loved you.
Oh.
And then I met their grandma.
Yeah.
It was.
It does feel good. Yeah.
Yeah, it felt great.
Yeah.
And like, it was also like kind of like a, yeah. It was a crazy, like, weird experience.
Yeah, no, I always I like to get the parents. I had a comedian tell me that her dad really liked me at a set recently, and apparently he's like kind of a hard laugh too,
yeah.
like more of like
Aren't
a
those
stern.
the best too?
Yeah. I'm just like, oh yes.
Oh, I hope that's not too loud on that mic.
I'm sure you're fine. Last time we were eating chips and everything.
Yeah, that's right.
It wasn't
anything crunchy.
It was totally fine too. Yeah, we had a good ebb and flow. What did we call it? We said this last ebb and.
It was ebb and flow.
Ebb and flow.
Yeah.
We had a good ebb and flow last time. I think we had a good one this time too.
So, you guys know, like I think I'm the only visually impaired comic on the scene.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty sure. But every now and then.
Better be.
Yeah.
There's no room for any more. So.
And I tried very hard not to think like that, because every now and then I'll see a blind person go up and try and do stand up. Right?
Yeah.
And as soon as I see the cane, I'm like, you piece of shit.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Because I already know they're going to go up there and do it. And I saw one do it, and it's only because they do everything I told myself never to do on stage. You know what I mean? Is the hacky, where do I look, or turn your back to the stage, or...
Oh, okay. Like it's all about that.
Yes, and that's all it is, and I hate that. But I also realize that it's helping them too. Like, I stopped feeling that way after I did a set, and there was someone in the audience. It was a guest set. It was at Laughs. It was like a weekend show. And after I was getting off stage, I went back by the bar to get a drink. And this lady comes up to me. She goes, I just want you to know, my dad's also visually impaired, and he loved everything about it, and he wants to come say thank you. I was like, you can just bring him. So, like, that changed my whole thing out there. But, again, like, making people laugh when you didn't expect it to, I don't know. It means more it means more than you know at the moment to other people.
Yeah, that's really true.
I don't know where I was going with that. I just felt like
I think that's important to remember though, and that helps me when I start getting in my head about whether it's worth doing. I mean, it's worth doing for me because I love it and I get a lot out of it. But I guess whether it feels important or not, something.
I think you're not the only visually impaired comedian in the scene. A lot of comedians can't see that they didn't write a punchline.
Ha!
Bam! Got him.
Yeah. Bill Lukowski. You know Bill Lukowski from Phoenix?
Yeah.
He has one of the high conditions I have.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
And we were talking about that last time when I was doing mics in Phoenix all the time. But,
okay, yeah.
Super cool guy.
Yeah. I did do that run in Phoenix in July and August, and it was super fun.
Yeah.
It was super fun.
Plenty of stages out there.
Yeah, big time. You get booked on a lot more shit there than here. Because, for the crawl, I feel like I asked almost everybody, and almost everybody said yes, and I was on, almost every showcase.
Yeah.
And then, it's just so hard that, now I'm sitting here in March, and I'm like, who can I ask to get on their shows? I was just on everyone's show.
Oh,
so I'm like, there's nothing to do.
You feel real stale, don't you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It fucking sucks.
I stopped asking.
But okay, I mean, time to pull back and write or do mics, do something else.
Yeah.
Go out and live, get those experiences to write about.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Living.
It's been a lot of video production for me lately. That's kind of my
I was talking to some guys the other day, and you're like my underdog in Tucson. I think you might make it out before anyone else.
Oh, really? Thank you. I appreciate
Just because your hands are on everything production-wise.
Yeah.
And I think when that gets noticed, you'll be offered other gigs and get out and do other stuff. You know what I mean?
It's already crazy. It's been crazy. People just mention me, and then people just reach out and they want to make a video. So I've already been getting a lot of just word of mouth stuff that's been happening a lot. So it's been keeping me busy. I've been
I didn't realize until I was talking to them about it. You know what I mean? I was like, man, Rich does everything.
Yeah.
And I was like, that's just going to make sense. I don't know if anyone would be surprised if you just got called up to do production shit out there and get some shows. I don't know. Anyway, I'm not going to kiss your ass anymore. You suck.
I wanted to really come at it at all angles.
Yeah.
So, like, in the end, 10, 15 years down the line, I have a job, whatever it is in the industry. Because otherwise, I just feel like I would just be so fucking depressed.
That's how I feel when I'm not.
Like, I don't want to be 40 years old and be fucking just doing a thing that I don't want to. Even though I'm not making that much money,
You don't want to be
I'd rather be doing a thing. What?
You don't want to be P90X guy.
Does he? What is that? I don't understand that reference.
I'll tell you after there. I don't want to.
Oh, okay.
I don't want to shout it out too much.
All right, getting a little dark on the podcast.
It's always dark. Speaking of video production, you've got a thing happening today, right?
I have a video production. We're shooting a Pokemon video for Keep Tucson Sketchy.
Nice.
Please tell me that involves someone dressed up as a Pokemon.
Yeah, David the Comedy Ross.
Of course it is.
So we went to the gym show.
Why does that make sense for me for some reason?
He's such a goofball.
He is a Pokemon.
He's a Pokemon trainer. We
have
a little jacket.
Gotcha.
And
Okay.
hat. He's got a Pokeball and a Pikachu backpack. And we took him to the gym show twice and shot. And then today we're doing a whole other scene at Gates Pass.
Oh.
Yeah, so that's on the docket.
Very cool.
After this.
Cool. Well, we should wrap her up then.
Yeah.
Huh?
Do you guys have any closing
Was
thoughts?
that it? Because I feel like I didn't do a lot.
You carried the show. What are you talking about?
Yeah, you did.
I
You
feel like I
did.
talked too
This
much
was
then.
this was good.
No.
This was good.
Episode 2.
Yay.
Where can they see you?
Coming up?
Sure.
Oh, at the O. I think I said that last time. It's still the only show that I have coming up, but I'm really excited about it. Yeah, PowerPoint comedy. It's called Get to the Point at the O, March 28th.
Yes.
That's
it's a Saturday, and it's going to be great.
I'm
That's
excited.
why I apologized to you the first time when we were in the car, because I remember I kind of like chat on some of the shows that we were talking about last episode. So I do want to say,
yeah, and you were like, "That doesn't sound funny. That sounds like a corporate event."
I like stuff
which
that's
is fair,
different and outside of the box. So
Yes.
I'm definitely excited to see it.
Cool.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
I'll
gonna
be
be
in
good.
Albuquerque in 2 weeks.
Yay!
What are you doing out there?
Comedy.
For where?
I don't know the venues yet, but we're trying to get another bully show out there.
Okay.
So we're going to hit up a few places, and there's a couple guys who are interested, but they want to see us first.
Because you just did Albuquerque a few months ago, right?
If you can get on Troy, I think his name's Troy Wilson. His thing is called Six Sun Production.
Okay.
And he has a Sunday showcase.
Can you message me that after this?
Sunday showcase at Bozy Brothers.
But I like the name.
And it's in downtown Albuquerque. And it's a great show.
I have to
It's
do
a
that.
great show.
And then I'm at the Ice House in April.
Tight. You got a date for that April gig?
No, I'm waiting for them to get back to me, but they already gave me a spot.
Cool, LA.
I'm going to be at Tucson Improv tomorrow night doing a improv tournament. So that's exciting.
Nice.
Live podcast with David the Comedy Ross next Thursday. And I'm in Benson on the 20th. Keep Tucson Sketchy episode 5 is the 21st. And then Bird City at the end of the month. You guys, thank you for listening to episode 2 of What's Your Problem?
Yeah, thank you. I hope the rest
podcast.
of your night goes well. I assume you're driving a Lyft right now, so
Her name is Denise.
Go get that money. Hi,
So,
Denise.
Thank you very much for listening.
Running on the elliptical.
Also, anyone who does listen to this later on, send us in your problems. We would like to hear your problems.
Comment.
Yeah, or if you're not sure what your problem is, just let us know a little bit about you, and we'll let you know
Drop us a
your
comment,
problem
folks.
is.
We will engage.
Mm-hmm.
We want to.
Yeah.
We're ready.
All right. Thank you for listening. Take care.
Love you. Bye.
Bye.
Love you. Bye.